All right, cool. How's it going, guys? We're here again at Top Rank Boxing Gym with some great guys. The great working out going on today. We actually just ran into Tajon, right? Tajon, and Tajon, do you have a boxer name, or is that just what you're going by?
A lot of people around here know me as the icon. You know what I'm saying? Just because of my charisma, my style. You know what I'm saying, and how I represent. I stand 10 toes down from where I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, the show me state, where we can show you better than we can tell you, and I just been through so much, but through all that, I just knew that this is the path that I'm meant to be on. It took a lot longer than I would like to, to take, but it was meant to be. It was ordained to be like this, so.
Yeah, sounds good. And you say you're from Missouri? Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. So how was that like for you out there? And I know you said it took a little longer than it was meant to be. Tell us a little bit about that. Give us a little backstory of about where you're from and like how you started and everything like that.
Well, I started out boxing when I was like 4 years old. I went from Greg Suttington. That was my first boxing coach, and Coach Neville's. Those were some good people. That was my first boxing coaches. I stepped away from boxing when I was turning about 9. Started playing basketball a little bit more. I love basketball. It was something that I have a true passion for. But boxing has always been something that I was great at. At 4 years old, I remember sitting there on that little blue bag that was like 2 feet tall, hit the little bullseye, get it done, and I just knew, oh, okay. This something I like too.
Okay, sounds great. So now you're out here at Top Rank Boxing Gym. What brought you this way? Cause we're in Las Vegas. What brought you so far away from home? And now that you're out here, what's your plan for boxing? Since you said you started a little later, and
the reason why I came out here to Las Vegas is because I knew that this was the mecca of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's always been the pillar of boxing. So I was like, Kansas City, I got as far as I could get, as far as help, but I needed to let my wings spread, I was kind of held back, But you ever felt like being a big fish in a small pond? That's kind of how it was for me. I was always doing my thing. I had minor setbacks, but I always had my mind on a vision. And I was like, I got to leave home. You got to sometimes leave from the soil that you're from in order to make it, so your wings can expand and you can fly. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. 100%. And that's your own point with that. That's 100%. In order to get where you need to reach your destination and everything like that, you have to expand. You have to touch new waters. You have to go to different places because you never know. Maybe being where you was at was probably holding you back a little bit. So now you're out here. We see you at Top Rank. Now you're here. I see you here, but who are you working with here now that you're here?
I've been working with Coach Bullitt and Christine, what I'm saying, and Coach Cisco as well. I've been working with their team. And honestly, I've had a privilege to work with a lot of great guys on the side. A lot of guys have seen me put in the work, and they like, where you from, and et cetera, who's coaching you, and then they, put some work with me. So I work with a lot of great coaches. I work with Coach Ramon, Coach Floyd Mayweather Sr. I work with some good guys. I've had the privilege to actually work around legends and see what it's like, and I never thought in a lifetime I would be around these guys. I thought I'd just see them on TV, that be that, what I'm saying, like, and just dream about being that guy one day. But I'm now making the moves to do it, because it's been something that's been a long time coming, but like I said, it's meant to be.
Yeah, of course, and that sounds good. Working with legends and working with these big names such as Coach Bullitt and Mayweather Sr. and everything like that. How does that motivate you to keep going? How does that motivate you overall? And how can you inspire someone out there that's looking up to you, that want to do what you're doing now with all those motivation around you?
Let me tell you something. No matter what you're going through, no matter whatever cards were played, for you, and in your first hand, because it's like stages of life. You got teenage, got your young adult, and then you kind of grow into that man or that woman. So no matter what you're going through, and no matter what stage you are in life, whatever it is that you truly believe in your heart, that you have a passion for, fight for that, go for that. Because that's that inner spirit. That's your spirit telling you what you're supposed to be doing in this world. This is how you can make an impact in this world. For me, it was boxing. So, and that's why for me, I want to be a good representation of the sport. I feel like a lot of guys have come around and kind of tarnished what it means to be a boxer. Me growing up around a family of fighters, I knew what it was like. And a lot of the guys were more stern, cutthroat, but very fair. Fair but firm, and they stood on business, and they had principles and morals and integrity. I feel like that's something that the sport's kind of missing, and I feel like with me, I can bring it back. That's why they call me the icon. That's why they say he could be what it means to be a boxer, a good representation of the sport. So
Right. And then what is your routine like? Because we know boxing isn't just getting in here, putting on some gloves, and just getting in the ring. So what is your training like? How do you train? How's your nutrition? How's your diet? How's your workout and everything like that? Like, what do you do on a daily
something
basis?
before you even start with the physical aspect, you have to get the mental right. So I like to read and meditate on things that involve self-improvement. So if I'm feeling a little discouraged while I'm training, I have to reaffirm myself. Nah, you remember where you was a few years back? You're making progress. Sometimes when you're making progress, it don't look like it. But you know what? That's how you know you're a winner. Because winners don't get complacent with small things. We thinking we not doing enough. But when you start doing more, you just take on more. And you like, these challenges ain't nothing. I bounce back from this. And you like, I can do this. So it's really, but when it comes down to it, it starts with the mental. Then after that, I'll do a 5 a.m. run, about 5 miles. Diet, I normally just chicken, fish, no rice, black beans, and I like to portion it up 6 times a day. I've just now started doing that. I never knew that that's how you cut weight and all that, but now that I've figured out the professional way of how to, break it down, I've been doing it, and it's really a science. But once you figure out your body and you get your mind right, it's really sky's the limit, and you got to get the right team around you. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah, 100%. And now that you're here, I'm pretty sure you're well familiar with boxing now. Is there anyone that you look up to right now in the boxing industry?
There's a few guys I look up to.
And how do they inspire you?
Okay, first and foremost, it got to be Canelo. You know what I'm saying? We got our birthdays are kind of close, so that's kind of where it started for me. And then his style, I've always loved Canelo. And then Usyk, I love Usyk because Southpaw, you got that style. Him and Loma. I love Loma. I've always loved Loma. Shout out to you, Loma. Let's see, who else we got? I love Tank, of course, Tank Davis, and I know that they want to fight each other, but I like Keyshawn too. So don't get me wrong, I like the guys. You know what I'm saying? I've been around them, and I know you got for some guys they feel like you got to choose sides, but for me, I'm like, hey, I love.
Is that difficult for you, like having to choose sides, like getting to know somebody and then getting to know the other person?
Kind of, because being an empath and a person that can put myself in somebody else's shoes, I'm like that guy. I can feel where you're coming from. You feel what I'm saying? So,
what would you do if you had to choose?
If I had to choose, I had to go with Keyshawn just because I've been around him, and I like them. They're really cool. And they don't.
Dang, Tank, sorry.
Yeah.
Nah, we love you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. I'm just got to be real. You know what I'm saying? My partners, Avius and Troy and all them. I just like the way they roll. I watch them work. So for me, it just peeping in, watching Bo Mac and all them work. I kind of just like how they do things and the energy that they have. So yeah.
Okay, man, sounds great. Great energy, man. Great vibes. I mean, you here, so. From here, it's just all the way up, taking it farther than you already, brought it, So, man, it was great to meet you. Obviously, great talking to you. Let us see more of you. So, anything else that you want to say to the world, say to your people out there that's viewing you?
Just follow me on Instagram at the icon of Boxing 95. And also, with that being said, I got future fights coming up. My first pro debut might be coming up in March. We're trying to find a date first, but it's looking like March right now for my very first fight. So everything is set. So we're about to get the ball rolling and everything going. So it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm really privileged for this, you know what I'm saying? Let me say that again. I appreciate this. So, yeah, man.
Of course. There you have it, his pro debut coming up, So we're here at Top Rank, man. Follow him. Stay in tune, May Revenue Records, and we're out here, out here at Top Rank. So see you guys next time.
All right, guys.